ogni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo.
Good catch, me. Thank you, me. I can't believe we're able to do this correctly. And how wonderful it is the world is not blowing up this time. I know, right? But what I don't understand is, why are you covered in red? What do you mean? I mean, you are literally covered in some kind of red sauce. Man, get out of here, man. Now go get the rest of the food while I just stand here. Okay, man.
Here in the code red, a code red person. He is starting to believe that he's in a hallucination dream
created by ingesting too much hot sauce.
Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, what is on it?
Cat!
Damn it, Cody, you have to calm down. What are you doing now?
Trying to get the true spicy version of myself out, and I have to take it to the extreme.
That makes no goddamn sense.
Look, I understand that you don't understand this whole biochemistry stuff, but gotta trust me on this. Oh my god.
What's wrong with you now?
You must move right now.
Ah! Where are you going?
To a place to make my stomach feel better.
Oh, great.
Hello everyone, this is DPG here, and today, like I said already before in the scenario right before this, Mexican Dutch saucer. What do I mean by that, by Mexican Dutch saucer? Well, actually, there is a link below about the idea of this. This is technically that Taco Bell Supreme wrap you actually get from Taco Bell, but this is my own little version about it to make it a little bit healthier in multiple different ways by the ingredients used and how much fat, protein, and even carbs we get into this. And there's just a couple twists to it that I'm actually going to change. And of course, first off, what kind of ingredients do you need in this? And like I already said, something simple. Where is it? Gotta get some ground beef, 90% or more. You don't need nothing crazy. Some, of course, tortilla, 100% whole wheat, and really it's no different. Unless you get those 6-gram carb ones, which were a little bit too expensive for my price currently when I was buying. Because those are about $5, you only get 10 of them. That's very expensive. But those only have 6 grams of carbs technically because they're net carbs. It's just filled with dietary fiber, and research has shown that higher dietary fiber types of carbs lead to a healthier life. And that, let me tell you, that's a short story. Long story short, that's a short story. Of course, like I always say, get 2% cheese, which is what I always get. Now, when it comes to this, you can try different types of veggies. My source, though, is just going to be something simple as onions and mushrooms, mostly because that is what I have in my fridge. You can go with jalapenos, peppers, of course you gotta add onion, tomatoes, lettuce, you can add that in there, but this is for my choice. I don't recommend adding lettuce into this because it's going to be going into the oven. So let's start this off. What kind of seasoning are we going to put in the beef? And of course, make sure your pan is already nice and hot. You can use either olive oil or coconut oil. Today I feel like a little dash of olive oil, nothing crazy. You don't need a lot of olive oil because you already got grease from the beef, which I personally think it's a natural lubricant, so you don't need anything crazy. You only need more oil when something's less fatty. The fattier the product is, the less oil you technically need to use. Oil is what I've seen, it's just so the food doesn't stick that much. Oh my.
Now I think he's doing it on purpose.
There we go. Now we're gonna add a little bit of garlic, pepper, salt. I think way too much. There we go. Nothing about that much. Some chili powder. Now you can go to the store and get the Mexican powder. The taco seasoning stuff if you want. It is your choice. I thought that was cayenne pepper and a little bit more garlic powder. You can do that. That would be technically a much easier choice. And remember to have your oven on at 300 currently. So we're just gonna let this cook real quick. Nothing too serious about this. You can use other sources
like carne asada, chicken. Now for this recipe itself, you don't need a lot of onion. Like it says right here, I got about half an onion. We're actually going to cut this in half one more time. And then again, this meal isn't going to be a big. This is for one person, so you don't need a giant or even a massive amount of onion. You just need something that's going to, you know, taste the onion, don't feel the onion.
Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Of course, you got to get this thing nice and sliced up. Now, what you can do is put it in the beef, but I don't feel like doing that. And here's something to remember when you're cooking. It's actually a pretty good tip. The smaller you cut an item or food product, the faster it's going to cook. Why? Because heat transfer. Heat will transfer to a smaller object faster than a larger object because it would have to go through different types of layers or different types of levels. A good example of that is what melts faster? Crushed ice cubes or ice cubes itself. Of course, the crushed ice cubes because it's smaller pieces to melt at a time. Less energy. So we're gonna put this over to the side and save for later. And like I said, we don't need too much of when it comes to veggies. Dice this up. And like I said, you can use tomatoes, you can use peppers, but I do not have that. I only have mushrooms and onions.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke.
Now here comes the actual flying saucer part. Like I said, we're cooking this in the oven, but how are we gonna do this? First off, I'm gonna grease my pan with some good old-fashioned coconut oil. Yes, you've been hearing about controversy about coconut oil, whether or not it's healthier or not. You know what? I'm not gonna get into that conversation. Let's you do your own research and decide that. But remember when eggs were unhealthy, coffee was unhealthy, and all of a sudden it became healthy again? I don't know. So, remember the grease up pan? Have it on at 300 degrees. Now, how are we gonna do this? Are we gonna use 1, 2, 3? We're actually gonna use 3 tortillas, and let me show you how we're gonna actually set that. Yes, you can go to the link at the bottom on how to do that. I'm just doing more of an instructional, slower down version of this recipe because not everyone wants to do a quick, fast idea. There we go. So there is our quick version right there. 3. So once we get everything in here, we flip it over. But we're still waiting for to finish cooking, so I'm just gonna set it aside.
12 seconds later.
And it looks like our beef is finished. But first off, how are we going to layer this? I'm a man who likes his cheese on 2 different layers if he's gonna cook it like this. So we're gonna get a small layer of our cheddar cheese by Kraft, 2% of course. Make sure it is shredded. Because again, remember what I just said about 2 minutes ago? About how heat transfer will cook something faster? Well, guess what? It's gonna melt faster. Also, use this for grilled cheese instead. Shred it. Don't get sliced, get shredded. And if you're gonna use slice, make sure to slice it up into small pieces so it melts a little bit faster. Put that to the side. Next, we gotta add our veggies. We'll put that right here. Yes, here, you can do this as a vegetarian idea. What many vegetarians have used before is just more mushrooms. Portobello is what I've heard. And they want to use that because it is one of the higher sources of natural vegetarian protein, is what I've heard. Or use a little bit more cheese for this idea with your veggies. Your choice if you want to make this vegetarian. And also, what I have heard from other people is that you can also make this into a nice good breakfast. Just add some eggs. That's all you have to do. Put some eggs in here, maybe a little bit of sauce, hot sauce, and boom, there you go. So, let me grab the meat real quick. And why did I put the meat on top? Well, I want this to cook all the way through. I want to use all the juices from the meat in this because I feel I'm going to get the most potential better flavor from this. So we're going to spread this around just a little bit with our fingers. What? You can't judge me. This is my house. I ain't no restaurant. This ain't no 4-star grill. That's one I would not mind running a restaurant. I would love that. There we go. Top it off with just a little bit more cheese. Nothing too crazy. And here goes the fun part. Make sure, as you see me folding this, you want to be able to fold it over like this. As you can see right here. Ooh. See right there? You want to fold it over just like that. Otherwise, it's just not going to stick that well. And fold this in, and there you go. Push it down so it stays just well. Now, here's what you can do right here if you choose so. You can put butter, olive oil, or coconut oil on top. It's your choice. I'm going to use olive oil because it spreads just a little bit easier. So I'm just going to put a little tab right here. Why are we using olive oil on top of this? Since we already put olive oil in our meat. Well, as it's cooking, this is gonna get it a little bit nice and crisp, so it doesn't unfold or doesn't uncook incorrectly. This is why we don't use a lot of oil overall. So just spread that around nicely, because also it's gonna get that nice crisp we all like, kind of like a tortilla shit. So pop this in the oven for about 20-ish minutes or a nice golden brown on top. Then we'll pull it out and check it then. Been 20 minutes at 300 degrees. We'll take a look at that. Oh, it looks like a big old tortilla chip. Now let's flip it over and check the underbelly. Here we go. Oh God, that is hot. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
What the hell am I looking at?
Nice, crisp, just perfect. Looks like I got something at Taco Bell. Except most likely a little bit healthier. Oh, here we go, look at that. That is absolutely glorious. Take a nice slice into that. Just look at that. That looks perfect. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. This is a Mexican Dutch saucer. And my God, it is making me drool. Okay, this is actually very, very hot. As you can probably see the steam coming right off it. Right out of the oven, what do you expect? Let's take a bite. Oh yeah. The spiciness is there. Sorry, that was from something else. The crisp is there from the shell. And the nice cheesy gooiness. Oh my God. Okay, that was actually from the food. But that was actually a much greater success than what happened last week. So yeah, this definitely, I'm gonna redo this one in the future. But personally, it's a good one. Thank you all for watching. I know this one was a little bit short, but you know, I gotta take a break every now and then when it comes to these videos. But we'll see what next week, what it looks like. Oh crap, I'm leaving shit on.